Good morning everyone. Today we are going to discuss about the first unit humor in the section B, the duck and the kangaroo poem. Welcome to the poem The Duck and the Kangaroo. How to understand this duck and the kangaroo we analyze now. Let us now know about this poem. They are two friends. Two true friends helps one another. Edward Lear was an English artist, illustrator, author, and poet, and he is now known for his literary nonsense in poetry and prose. He has been played in radio dramas by in the Need for Nonsense and in by the Coast of Coromandel. This is about the author. What is the name of the author? Author name is Edward Lear. Kangaroo is a very gentle animal, native of Australia. It carries its young, called joey, in a pouch in front of its stomach. The kangaroo is herbivorous like a deer or a cow. The duck is a common fowl, often raised for its mate. A close cousin to the duck is the Indian swan, with its long and shapely, elegant neck. While they appear to be serene on the water, their webbed feet are actually paddling vigorously underwater to keep afloat and moving. Here we are observing the duck and swan. Here we also observe how they are paddling under the water rigorously. And also the duck is the cousin of Indian swan. On land, the duck waddles, walk from side to side. Meaning of on land, the duck waddles, meaning walk from side to side, like the gait of a pregnant woman. Here on the field, how the duck walks, we observed. The duck walks side to side. Here in this picture, the duck walking on the road. So how the duck walks? The duck walks side to side. Always duck thinks my life so bore and bad in this poem, and also feel always in the dirty water. Here the stanza 1. Said the duck to the kangaroo, good gracious, how you hop over the fields and the water too, as if you never would stop. God gracious, how you hop. Here hop means move by jumping. And duck said to the kangaroo, you never stop. You hop. That means jump over the fields and the water too. The duck says that kangaroo is luck to spring and jump. In this picture, we have to observe how the kangaroo jumps. That means hop. Due to its extremely long, powerful hind legs, the kangaroo can hop and leap great distances, perhaps 40 to 50 feet at a time. It uses the tail to balance itself in flight. In this picture, we have to observe how the kangaroo jumps and also how feet 40 to 50 feet at a time. It uses the tail to balance itself in flight. What's the kangaroo uses itself? It uses tail balance itself in flight. To jump, what uses the kangaroo? Kangaroo uses powerful hind legs. Extremely long and powerful hind legs kangaroo uses to jump. So coming to the stanza 1. My life is a bore in this nasty pond, and I long to go in the world beyond. I wish I could hop like you, said the duck to the kangaroo. Here in this poem, long means want or wish very much. In this stanza, we understood what are the feelings of duck. Always duck thinks my life so bore and bad, and also duck lives always in dirty pond. But duck had some wishes, needs to go outside of the pond and round total world. It likes to go out and roam entire world. This wish first step of duck, and also duck asked to bravely to kangaroo. It asked to kangaroo, I wish I could hope like you. It asked to kangaroo, will you take me out? It says kangaroo is like to spring and jump. So even duck also feels like that. It feels it also do also need to do like that jump. If anybody take out me. Next, coming to the stanza 2. Please give me a ride on your back, said the duck to the kangaroo. I would sit quite still and say nothing but quack the whole of the long day through. Finally, the duck go and asked to the kangaroo, will you give permission to me to sit on your back or tail to round the world? How the duck will sit? Duck will sit quiet and say nothing but quack. How the duck says quack the whole of the long day through. Here, ride means a short journey. How the duck do journey here explained. By sitting on tail of duck. Coming to the stanza 2. And we would go to the D and the jelly bolly over the land and over the sea. Please take me for a ride, oh do, said the duck to the kangaroo. Here, the D and the jelly bolly means wonderful places imagined by the poet. What are the imagined places? Where that one? Over the land and over the sea. So the duck asking to the kangaroo, please take me for a short journey. Why? Because she needs short journey. She feels very bad in the dirty pond. So that's why duck asked to the kangaroo to take out me a short journey. Next, coming to the stanza 3. Said the kangaroo to the duck, this requires some little reflection. Perhaps on the whole it might bring me luck, and there seems but one objection. Here, reflection means thought or careful thought. Here, a little reflection means it requires me to think it over. After listening of the duck words, kangaroo asked to duck, please give to me some time. It requires to me think some time. Coming to the stanza 3, which is if you'll let me speak so bold. Your feet are unpleasantly wet and cold, and would probably give me the rheumatism, said the kangaroo. Here, rheumatism means rheumatism. Rheumatism means a disease that makes the muscles and joints painful. What is the problem to the kangaroo to take duck to the world tour? The duck feet are unpleasantly wet and cold. Why? Because the duck always in the pond. So that the duck feet are unpleasantly wet and cold. Here in this poem another word also there. What is that one? Bold. Bold means frankly. Kangaroo said to the duck, you asked very frankly and bravely to me, but there is some problem. Your legs are wet and cold. So it causes to me a disease. What is that disease? Rheumatism. Rheumatism means disease that makes the muscles and joints painful. So kangaroo explained its problem to the duck. Next, coming to the stanza 4. Said the duck, as I sat on the rocks, I have thought over that completely, and I brought 4 pairs of worsted socks, which fit my web feet completely. Then, after listening to kangaroo words, the duck said to the kangaroo, I already think about this problem. And also, I brought 4 pairs of worsted socks to overcome this problem. Here, worsted socks means woolen socks. What she bought? She brought woolen socks to overcome from the wet and cold feet. Where duck sit and think about this problem, she sat on the rocks and think about this problem. And also pre-planned to world tour. What she bring to overcome this problem? She bring worsted socks, which fit it fits completely. In this picture, we have to observe the duck wearing the socks. Which socks? Woolen socks. The kangaroo and duck are the true friends. Next, coming to the stanza 4. And to keep out the cold, I have brought a clock, and every day I cigar I will smoke, all to follow my own dear true love of a kangaroo. You are probably familiar with the word cigar. Cigar means rolled tobacco like a fat cigarette. And also here another word is there, a cloak. Cloak means a coat that protects from the cold. With the socks, what she brought a coat that protects from the cold, and also she brought a cigar. Cigar also give to me hotness to my body to protect from the cold also. Here in this picture we have to observe how the duck sit on tail of the kangaroo and how dressed the duck. Duck had coat which protects from the cold, and also she has a cigarette which cigars the duck sitting on the tail of the kangaroo tail. Finally the duck traveled over world. Finally the duck wish came to true by pre-planning of the duck. How she pre-planned? First wish of the duck to hop like kangaroo. Hop means jump or spring like kangaroo. It is possible with that? No. So that it asked to kangaroo, I will sit on the tail of you to round and round the world. Kangaroo also explained his problem. What is that one? Duck's leg will be cold and wet. Because of that, it will get romantic disease. But duck pre-planned with the socks, coat and cigar to overcome that problem. Finally, kangaroo agreed with the duck and said to the duck, said the kangaroo, I am ready, all in the moonlight pale. But to balance me well, dear duck, sit steady and quiet at the end of my tail. And finally, kangaroo ready to travel world tour with the duck and giving the instructions to the duck how to sit on the tail of it. We started to travel all world at the time moonlight pale. But to balance me well, dear duck, sit steady. The kangaroo telling to the duck, sit very steady. We start at the time of moonlight and quiet on the end of my tail. Sit silently, quiet. Quiet means silently on the end of my tail. They went off into the pale moonlight with the duck balanced on the end of the kangaroo's tail. Finally coming to the stanza 5. So away they went with a hope and a bond, and they hoped the whole world 3 times round. And who so happy? Oh, who? As the duck and the kangaroo. How many times the duck and the kangaroo hoped the whole world? They hoped all the world 3 times. And who so happy? The both duck and the kangaroo both are so happy. The poet concludes that nobody in the world was as happy as the duck and the kangaroo. That is the end of this simple funny tale. Who are so much happy in this poem? The duck and the kangaroo. Like that duck and the kangaroo happy, there is no one on the world. This is the simple and funny story. And from this poem, we need to know how we will pre-plan it and how our wishes will come true. First, we need to have some wishes and we need to have some plan how to fulfill the wishes, and we need to braveness to fulfill the wishes. And also helping nature also very important. Okay children, all of you understood this one. All of you read the textbook. All poems like this.